Josephus was born, Joseph ben Mattathias, in 37 CE in Jerusalem, into a priestly and royal family. He excelled in his studies of Jewish law and studied with the Sadducees, Pharisees, and Essenes, eventually aligning himself with the Pharisees. In 62 CE, he traveled to Rome to secure the release of some imprisoned priests. After accomplishing this mission through the intercession of Nero's wife, Poppaea, he returned to Jerusalem in 65 CE to find the country in revolt against Rome. Although Josephus had deep misgivings about the revolt, it became inevitable due to reasons he discusses in his history, primarily the abuses of the Romans. These abuses spurred the growth of fanatical Messianic Jewish movements, which believed that the world was coming to an end soon. In 66 CE, Masada was seized by the Zealots, and the Romans were on the march. Josephus was appointed the commander of Galilee. Josephus had to fight a defensive war against overwhelming force while also managing internecine squabbles among the Jewish ranks. In 67 CE, Josephus and other rebels were cornered in a cave during the siege of Jotapata and agreed to a suicide pact. However, Josephus survived and was taken hostage by the Romans, led by Vespasian. Josephus shrewdly reinterpreted the messianic prophecies, predicting that Vespasian would become the ruler of the entire world. Josephus then joined the Romans, for which he was branded a traitor. He acted as a consultant to the Romans and as a go-between with the revolutionaries. Unable to convince the rebels to surrender, Josephus ultimately witnessed the destruction of the Second Temple and the defeat of the Jewish nation. His prophecy was fulfilled in 68 CE, when Nero committed suicide and Vespasian became Caesar. As a result, Josephus was freed, moved to Rome, and became a Roman citizen, taking the Vespasian family name Flavius. Vespasian commissioned Josephus to write a history of the war, which he completed in 78 CE as the Jewish War. His second major work, Antiquities of the Jews, was completed in 93 CE. He wrote Against Apion between 96 and 100 CE, and The Life of Josephus, his autobiography, around 100 CE. He died shortly afterward. Despite his ambivalent role, Josephus was an eyewitness to history, and his writings are considered authoritative. These texts are key to understanding a pivotal point in world history, which has had tragic repercussions even to this day. Contributor notes. Table of contents. Book 1, containing the interval of 167 years. From the taking of Jerusalem by Antiochus Epiphanes to the death of Herod the Great, containing the interval of 69 years. From the death of Herod until Vespasian was sent to subdue the Jews by Nero. Book 3, containing the interval of about 1 year. From Vespasian's arrival to subdue the Jews to the taking of Gamala. Book 4, containing the interval of about 1 year. From the siege of Gamala to the coming of Titus to besiege Jerusalem. Book 5, containing the interval of about 1 year. From the siege of Jerusalem to its final destruction. Book 6, containing the interval of about 1 month. From the great extremity to which the Jews were reduced to the taking of Jerusalem by Titus. Book 7, containing the interval of about 3 years. From the taking of Jerusalem by Titus to the sedition at Cyrene. The Life of Flavius Josephus.